Hey guys, it's your girl Ose, and guess what I'm here to do? You're right. I'm here to review the movie Beauty in Black. If you have not watched the movie, what are you doing with your life? The movie Beauty in Black has been trending. So many talks about this movie, and trust me, I had to watch this movie for myself. Before I start my review proper, I would like to say, if you've not seen the movie Beauty in Black, please kindly go and see that movie. And even if you're not moved to see it, I'm very sure that after this review, you will rush down to Netflix. First off, I'm going to be talking about the Belleray family. There's this saying that goes, blood is thicker than water. But this family broke down that saying. They shattered the saying. Everybody was literally everybody's enemy in this family. Down to the mother, the father, the sons, the uncle, the daughter-in-law. Everybody were enemies. They were literally competing. It's one thing to have money, but they had all the money. But how come they didn't have happiness? That goes to show that money does not buy happiness all the time. Trust me, there are some kind of things that money will not even give you. And didn't give them that family love, that family bond that is natural among families. They had money, they have everything they needed. They had cars, they have food, they had everything they needed. But guess what they were lacking? That family love and unity. They were always at each other's throat. I'm very sure if I'm in that kind of family, I'm going to just find a way to run away, or I'm going to disassociate myself from, the whole toxic family thing. The mother of the house, Olivia, on the outside portrays that she's a Christian, but secretly on the inside, she is very demonic.
Don't do it again.
An assistant to the devil.
For years, I would have fucked my way to the answer.
Or
fuck somebody up to get it.
But she smiles and she says, oh, I want to go to the church.
Praise the Lord, yes. Beautiful, beautiful.
The father, Horace is not actually a wicked person, but he's this kind of person that will not come looking for your trouble. But if you come looking for his trouble, if you step on his toes, you are gonna see premium shaggy. He hated his sons, Roy and Charles. He never showed them any fatherly love, and him and his divorced wife were always at each other's throat. They were not even hiding anything. In front of the children, everybody, they will argue, they will insult themselves and even insult the children. The man makes it clear every time, down to the children's faces, that I fucking hate you guys. I detest you guys. I wish you guys were not my sons. I wish you guys were not alive. And I don't want any of you to inherit my shares. The Uncle Norman has the calmest face, the most innocent face. What that man did in the movie, I never believed that he could do such a thing. Because this man has a very innocent face, but the first son, Roy was this spoiled rich kid. Very lazy, he doesn't want to do anything, doesn't want to lift his finger, but he always wants to pose like, I am the owner of this place, I am the boss. From the beginning to the end of the movie, I realized one thing that Roy was actually seeking. He wasn't actually interested in the shares, the money. He just wanted love. He just wanted to be seen.
I can't fucking stand you. You wicked little son of a bitch. Just like your mother. I'm sorry.
And trust me, his father wasn't having that. The whole family wasn't having that. Which leads me to his wife, Mallory. Mallory was the one doing all the hard work, paperwork, making sure the company goes well, which was supposed to be what Roy would have done. And he wasn't. He was so lazy, and his wife was the one that was doing all those work and everything. Now, Mallory, on the other hand, Mallory came from, she was an orphan, and she was adopted by Mr. Belleray, Horace. So, due to the adoption, she grew up with them, and as time goes by, the father merged she and Roy together to be married because he realized that Roy is such a, should I say, a lazy person, and he wouldn't be able to handle the company very well. So he made Roy and Mallory get married to each other when they did not love each other. So their marriage was like a torture to both of them. They were never in a romantic scene with each other. They never loved each other. In short, they were always at each other's throats.
I'm only here to make your parents think that I give a fuck about you.
The marriage was built under money and interest.
On the brighter side, it means that his shares
Will not go to me.
They will go to you.
And Mallory, on the other hand, was a very cold ass bitch. From the beginning to the end of that movie, I never saw her portray any emotions. Even when she killed somebody, even when she killed her uncle's wife, she ran over her uncle's wife. She came down from the car, she saw the person, she just drove off. When she later found out that it was her uncle's wife that she hit, Aunt Ina, there was no remorse on her face.
Your aunt was getting better.
Look, what's the probability of her even remembering this if she... Well, wait, why did you say was?
Probable is not something your father-in-law did. The matter's been handled.
Oh, okay, good. Beauty in black, baby.
And let me shock you. She's actually Uncle Norman's favorite. And who is Uncle Norman? Uncle Norman is Auntie Ina's husband.
I know you're angry with the family.
I'm not angry with you.
I brought flowers.
Her favorites.
The only one you like in the house was the one that actually ran your wife over. Let's talk about Charles. I don't want to talk about the fact that he's gay because he can be gay and, you know, do what he wants to do. His sexuality is up to him. But the fact that he was always living his life on the edge, it was not totally bad. Yeah, it was not totally bad. I just like that because he was kind of more like the fun type, didn't give a heck of what is going on in the family. He built himself emotionally. He was not easily dragged down emotionally. He doesn't care whatever, you know, trauma, whatever drama that goes on in this family, it doesn't concern him. He just wants to keep partying, drinking, spending money, and living the life. Now let's talk about Kimmy. Kimmy was very unfortunate in the movie because she had to live a life that she didn't want to live because she wants to survive. Being under the mercy of a particular person and working as a stripper just to pay off some debt that never ever gets completed. You keep paying off and keep paying off and keep paying off for the rest of your life. That was the kind of life that Kimmy, Rain, and Angel were living. Kimmy was 18 years old when she was abandoned by her mother because her mother obviously prioritized a man over her own daughters, and this man was actually raping Kimmy constantly under the mother's nose. The mother knew about this but couldn't stand up to the man. Instead of protecting her daughter, she drove her daughter out to the streets late at night and abandoned her daughter, telling her daughter that she's of age, she's 18-year-old, she can now fend for her life, that she should go, fly free, live your life, which landed Kimmy into the debt that she got into with Jews and which brought her into the stripper life, which she was not supposed to be in. Abandoning her daughter instead of protecting her daughter was really crazy. What was the deal breaker for me was when she actually sold Sylvie. She sold Sylvie to strangers to strip.
What happened with Sylvie?
Don't call me with this bullshit.
Tell me.
Get off my phone.
What kind of mother? A mother sells her own child to prostitution and protects a man over her own kids. Now let's fast forward to the part where Kimmy killed Buddy. Look, I'm not a psychopath. I don't like when people die in movies, but you see this death. This death.
I'm telling you, both you motherfuckers are dead. And you're just a dead truth, bitch.
I was like, yes, smash her, break her limbs. Don't let her get to live to see the light of another day. Buddy was a pest. I hated her. Just why was she always having that thought that Kimmy wants to take her spot?
Yo ass been trying to take my place.
No, I haven't.
She was very insecure about herself, and Kimmy had no intentions of taking Buddy's spot. Buddy was just always one step ahead of herself, always trying to frustrate Kimmy. There are some things that you would use to, taunt people, but there are some things that you should never use to taunt people, which was the mistake that Buddy made. You could slap Kimmy, you could do anything. She has been insulting Kimmy for a long time and Kimmy has just been calm. But how dare you take Kimmy's younger sister?
No.
Nobody literally wants their younger one to be in that kind of environment. Then you went to bring her sister, a sister that she's been trying to protect. She's been trying to keep away from that life. You went to bring her in to make money for you. Excuse me, are you mad? That was the deal breaker for Kimmy. And I loved how, you know, she went into the car and she drove it and she ran Buddy over. See, that death was like the most sweetest death in that movie. That was like the whole deal breaker for Kimmy. Kimmy went rogue.
If I don't find Sylvie by tonight, I'm coming to pay both you motherfuckers a visit.
You know, Kimmy could take anything, all the insults from the beginning of the movie. You know, she was having so many backlashes from Buddy and Delinda, you know, so many insults, abuse, physical abuse and everything. Kimmy took it all in, but don't you dare touch her sister. Not only did she kill Buddy, she also shot Delinda.
What the fuck? Where is my sister?
She wasn't even ready to hear before you she has to show you the length that so many people can go to protect their loved ones. And this is the same thing that the Bellary family did not have. You know, that's what is expected for family. You do everything to protect your blood. But the Bellary family was an exception to that. They actually were the one that wanted to kill themselves. I think their grandfather knew about all those things. That was why he set that will the way. See, let me tell you what was their life's the saver. Like, what was their lifesaver is the will. Because of the will, a lot of things could not play, you know, because me and everybody that has watched that movie know that if not for the way the grandfather set that will, one person would have killed one person, you know, one atrocity or other would have been committed against each other, because that family had deep hatred for each other. There was no love, nobody was standing for each other. But that will stopped a lot of things. Their grandfather was a real gangster. He knew the kind of family he had. Which brings me back to the Bellary family again. Charles. So tell me how it's possible for you to find out that somebody stole your car, was driving to your house, and the person got attacked and got shot multiple times, then the car exploded and the person died, and you heard about it. Somebody literally died in your car. You heard about it. Instead of you to feel like sad or feel scared that, oh, I was actually the target, instead of you to have that kind of feeling, Charles was worried about his car.
He burned my car till my car is destroyed.
The man died in the car.
Man, fuck that motherfucker. He stole my damn car. Shit, he was cute. Thank you, sexy stripper man.
Still on the Bellary family, Uncle Norman, that attack that Charles had on his car was plotted by his uncle, Uncle Norman, because Uncle Norman thought that it was Charles that ran his wife over, not knowing that it was his sweet baby Mallory, whom he loved and cherished so much. And the reason why Uncle Norman could have the mind to want to kill a family member, despite what the will said, is because his wife was dead, he didn't have a kid, so therefore he didn't. If he dies, his shares goes back to the family. So at that point, he was like, okay, I have nothing to lose, so why don't I just, you know, go ahead and do it. When Olivia, the mother, was warning Charles, don't go back home, don't take down that private road, she knew what she was saying. Because have you seen the scene when Uncle Norman shot all the medical professionals in the ambulance because his wife died?
I'm sorry.
You just let her die.
Olivia definitely knew what she was saying. Olivia has definitely seen the devil in Uncle Norman. If it was my mother that was warning me, my mother doesn't even need to say all the things that Olivia said to Charles. Just few lines my mother would say, I would know clearly that I have to stay away from that person. Angel and Rain. Angel and Rain were very supportive friends. Even if Angel was the one that got them into that mess in the first place, he was very supportive to the end. I swear to God, if you were my friend, the moment Kimmy killed Buddy, if I was the friend of Kimmy, I would have disappeared. I would be nowhere to be found in the scene. I would run away from you. I don't have that mind. Not everybody can stand for you in that kind of situation, but Angel still stood for her, still drove her. Drove her to Delinda's house where she killed Delinda. It's not like he supported the killing, but he still stood by her even when she went rogue and, you know, she got angry. And Rain too, you know, even the fact that Rain was in the hospital due to the fact that her BBL went wrong, she was still trying to communicate on call, you know, trying to know what is going on, trying to calm Kimmy down.
Oh, you know how you get when you get angry.
It's too late.
Kimmy, please don't go to Jules' house. Please don't go.
I gotta go. She's gonna leave.
Don't let her leave.
I'll try.
I personally like the fact that from the episode 1 to 16, they made sure that the episode 16 ended so well. Let's talk about the part where Mr. Horace went to the club to save Angel and Kimmy from the hands of Jules. Now, Mr. Horace and Kimmy had some sort of encounter. He came to the strip club not knowing that this strip club was owned by Jules and his brother, Uncle Norman. So he came normally to, cool himself down, to see some kind of things, and they gave him Kimmy. On getting there, it was Mr. Horace, but she didn't know who he was, and he didn't know who she was. But she realized that while she was trying to, dance for him, strip for him, she realized that he was looking at Angel. So she knew that, oh, this man is into men. And that is like the most funny part. Like, he's into men, but outwardly, generally, in front of the public, he detests gay, which is one reason why he also hates his son Charles, because Charles is gay. But dude, you are gay down there. And it was so funny. And Kimmy tried to hook him up with Angel, seeing the fact that he was interested in Angel. And multiple times she hooked him up with Angel. They met, and that was how Kimmy, Angel, and Mr. Horace knew each other. And on the long run, Kimmy found out that Mr. Bellery is Jules' boss, and misunderstood that. She thought that since Mr. Bellery is Jules' boss, that means he knows everything that runs down in the strip club. That means he is the owner of the strip club. Technically, he is also their boss. But surprisingly to Kimmy, she found out that he knew nothing about the strip club. So it was his brother, Uncle Norman, and Jules that were actually running that strip club. And at the end of the day, all this information got to Mr. Horace that his brother and Jules were running a strip club through his encounter with Kimmy and Angel. And because of that, they got so close. So when Kimmy's sister was brought to the strip club, the only person that could help her bring her sister out of the strip club was Mr. Horace, because the man's name alone commands respect. So he actually helped Kimmy pull her sister out of the club. And there were some things that happened which led to Kimmy being caught by Jules in the strip club, and she was apprehended along with Angel.
Get her.
This is the part that actually blew my mind. Okay, Mr. Horace was already on his way to keep Kimmy's sister to a safe space, where he got the information that Jules has caught up with Kimmy and Angel. So he had to drive back to the club to rescue Angel and Kimmy. And with all the I'm the boss, I'm this that Jules was claiming, all he took for Jules to stop was just for Mr. Horace to step in. Let her go. Let him go. Like, that part was like,
You hurt?
Kinda.
Your sister's in my truck. You go get in there with her. Both of y'all. The fuck you looking at him for? I said get up.
it's good to know people that have connection. It's good to know people that have power, because I just let him go. The almighty Jews let him go and couldn't say anything. And the part that was the sweetest for me, the fact that Kimmy gave, what's her name? I've forgotten her name. The stripper that was hitting Kimmy while Jules was like trying to talk to her to say, okay, where's her sister? What's she doing? This and that. Kimmy returned, gave her a very dirty slap. Before she left that scene, she made sure she had to give that girl a very dirty, like a payback slap for all the slaps and beatings she received from that girl. Where I almost got angry with Kimmy a bit was that she would have waited for Horace a bit before leaving. She was in a hurry to take her sis to the hospital, and Angel kept saying, let's wait for Mr. Bellery, let's wait for Mr. Bellery. But she was not having it. She was like, fuck it, my sister is my only concern right now. She needs to go to the hospital because the sister was actually drugged. So thankfully Angel waited, which was a very good thing because Mr. Horace was diagnosed with cancer. So after telling Jules to let Kimmy and Angel go, he had an attack. He couldn't stand and he peed his body right there. So he couldn't say anything to Jules after everything. He just stood up and went outside, and Jules was confused at what's going on. This man is saying what's wrong with him, why did he pee his pants? Thankfully, Angel was outside there waiting to help him, and he helped him and drove him straight to the hospital where he was hospitalized. Now, I know that since I've been giving this review, I've said something like, oh, this is my sweetest part, oh, this is my sweetest part. Yeah, I had so many sweet parts from this movie. Now, this is my sweetest part. It ended so well. And of course, because Horace hated his family, he hated his sons, he hated his ex-wife, he hated his brother. So, and he didn't, according to the will, if he dies because he has cancer, and he knew that from that attack he had at the club where Angel drove him to the hospital, he knew that he didn't have much time left to live again. And he had to do something because he didn't want his shares to go to his family, because he had divorced his wife, so therefore his shares can't go to his wife, and he didn't want his sons to have a bit of his shares. So instead, he decided to marry Kimmy, because of course he thought that she was the right person to inherit that, because she has been through a lot in life.
I want to marry you.
What?
At first, Kimmy was all like, I can marry you, this, that, blah, 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 blah. But it only took just one little thing for her to say, oh, I'm marrying this man. I'm marrying this man.
His net worth is $376 million, bitch.
Oh my god. And one part, before Horace went to the club to save her, he already had everything planned, and he already knew that he was going to tell Kimmy to marry him. So he told the lawyer Vanny, of which he knows that Vanny is a blabbermouth, because he told the lawyer Vanny to assemble all the judges, the ones that the family does not know, so that there will not be a judge that they can bribe and say
And make sure you have a video set up. I need another judge.
And Vanny blabbed to the whole family that, oh, Mr. Horace wants all the lawyers, the judges to be in his house. Thankfully, Mr. Horace knew that Vanny is not just like loyal to him, he's loyal to all the families. So whole thing was supposed to happen in Mr. Horace's house, but unfortunately, due to the attack he had that made him being rushed to the hospital by Angel, he changed plans and called that instead everybody should gather at the hospital.
All the associates. I do. Hi, ladies and gentlemen.
And he gave a clear warning that nobody should enter his wing. He put the security at the door, even down to his wife, his sons, his daughter-in-law, even Jules himself. Nobody was allowed to pass through, just only the lawyers and Kimmy, Rain, Angel, and Kimmy's sister, Sylvie.
Okay, well, let's go.
No, they're not letting anyone up.
And because of that, the whole family was so tense. They were so confused. They didn't know, why did this man summon all these lawyers? What does this man want to do?
Hey, what's going on?
We don't know.
What the hell is he up to?
They say your father's in the room with a woman named Kimmy.
Will somebody tell me what the hell is going on?
Even the lawyer that passed the whole information that, oh, Mr. Horace said I should call judges and that, he didn't actually know what was going on. He knew that this lawyer might have something, some trick off his sleeves. He actually did not wait for Vanny to be in the room to do the whole marriage process. Vanny was trying to get Kimmy out to the lobby. I don't know what he had in mind. Maybe he was trying to get out to the lobby, maybe to meet where the other family members were waiting outside. So maybe they can pounce on her or grab her to, you know, scatter what Mr. Horace had planned. But thankfully, Kimmy is a very stubborn girl. She did not agree to follow him down to the lobby, only for him to run out to go and inform everybody that, oh, this man wants to marry Kimmy. This is the reason why all the lawyers are here.
He's getting married.
What?
Yeah.
To whom?
I don't know. Some girl named Kimmy. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Slick son of a bitch is trying to dilute our shares.
No fucking way.
He can't stop us all.
Hey, nobody's going upstairs. Hey, nobody's going upstairs.
And before he could get there, before the whole family could charge and say, what's the meaning of this? He wants to marry Kimmy. Before they got there, everything has already happened. The judges and everybody had already left, and Mr. Horace said to them, this is the sweet statement: meet your stepmother.
Sons, this is your new stepmother. Oh yes. And she's also your new boss.
I'ma get mine, I'ma get mine, I'ma get mine, I'ma get mine, it's up with me.
Oh God. Damn! That part was crazy. I know that Kimmy is going to face a lot of battles, you know, and I'm hoping there will be a season 3 because it cannot just end there. It can't end there because at the end of the season, Angel was arrested because during the time when Kimmy was still looking for her sister, she stole somebody else's car, and unfortunately the person's father was at the back seat. I think the person was rushing her father to the hospital, but Kimmy didn't notice that there was a man at the back of her seat. And it was Sylvie, her sister, that realized that there was a man at the back of the seat looking at them. But even at that, Kimmy's mind did not just even go there. When she got to the hospital, she parked the car. She was only concerned about her sister, and she forgot about the man. And I think the man passed away there. Then Angel saw the news on the TV when the lady was, you know, talking and saying that someone hijacked her car, her sick father was inside, and he knew that that was Kimmy. So he went outside to the car park trying to get to the car and see if he can drive the car out to, you know, maybe dump in a place where they cannot trace it back to the hospital or to Kimmy. Unfortunately, while he was about to do that, the police surrounded him.
Oh, fuck. Damn, Kimmy. Don't move. Whoa, I said don't move. This is my car. Don't move.
So I feel there's going to be a season 3 because the drama just started. I'm very sure that even with the fact that Mr. Horace actually said that, you know, Kimmy is his wife, he married Kimmy, and Kimmy is his stepmother and owner of his shares now. When he dies, Kimmy is still going to fight a lot of battle. I'm very sure that the whole family is not just going to sit there and accept Kimmy with open arms. Not Jules, not Mallory, not Roy. Charles, because Charles didn't have any personal encounter with Kimmy. Not Olivia, yes, the divorced wife, because she had tried to take Mr. Horace's shares, but it didn't work. She's going to like have a lot of battles that she would fight in that house. This movie is a must watch. This movie should not end there because the drama that will unfold in season 3, I believe, is the main drama. That's like the real battle itself. And I would love to see Kimmy's mother's face when she found out that, oh, Kimmy is now a rich woman. She's now flying jets, you know, have her own private jet, you know, going places, wearing designers. And I can't wait to see what Kimmy will do to her stepfather, because that man was a piece of work. He raped her and he was consistently raping Sylvie. And when Kimmy went back to the house to confront him and her mother for, you know, selling Sylvie out, and the way he handled her, like, that man needs to be locked up for life. So we've come to the end of this special review of Beauty in Black. I'm very sure that by now you are logging in your Netflix to watch Beauty in Black. If you love this review, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on notifications. See you in my next video.